And Baba said, no, you give your mind totally to your studies. But when you have when you have finished that, then think of me with the same love that you think of your loved ones, which is a nice way of putting it. Yeah. So, simple and helpful.
So in one way that actually tells me that Baba said to Adi that he doesn't want to impose on everything he does. He let us do what we have to do.
Yes.
From the point
yes.
of duty or job.
Yes.
But around that he wants us to remember.
Yes, yes. Yes. And of course, Maya Prasad, that is a part of the game. We get born, we live in this world in order to experience being caged and in ignorance, and face the challenge of breaking out of the cage and experiencing true freedom and knowledge, and so that also living in the world and acting in all respects as one is required to, according to one's role in life. It's interesting, and yeah.
Did you take a camera along with you those days?
No. I've never been a cameraman. Unfortunately, that also it's unfortunate now because there's not many photographs of Baba in Australia, and there's only one, as you might remember, only one very short film, which we'll come to when we talk about Meher Baba coming to Australia. And another thing I forgot to mention in the interview that I had with Baba was that Francis had said to me, now, do ask Baba to come to Australia in the interview. And as I've often commented, Francis did have a way of getting me to do the difficult things, you know, where he's not quite certain what the reception will be. He would get me to do what was necessary, and so we were sitting there, and I'm not sure, but I think that Francis nudged me, because all of a sudden I said, "Oh, Baba, will you come to Australia?" And Baba looked at me like this, sort of a little sort of puzzled, a little quizzical air. Do you think I'm not already there? and you know, it's so interesting. It was a lovely response, and so, you know, gives one ground for thought. But what also it was interesting is that that my asking that question and that answer of Baba's just simply told me in that instant that there was no need to ask him any question. He would know exactly what to do for me, that I was entirely in his hands, and that my life and lives will be according to what he wills. So there was no need, and I never asked him another question. I was with him 5 times, and there were you could say there were certainly opportunities I could have, but I never felt the need. I felt totally satisfied with whatever he gave me each time. Another wonderful time during the 3 weeks, the 3 incredible weeks, a wonderful time for me was Baba on, I think it was 2 mornings. 2 mornings he had his his monthly bring in a wind-up gramophone, and we played.